we have this fool. Man, look at that guy. He is one hairy equation. Okay, we did this one where we worked on getting variables on the same side. We did this one where we killed fractions. We found our least common multiple and multiplied it out. Okay, it was 8 times that, and that killed our fraction. That was a cool one. Now this one has no fractions, but it has a lot of huge numbers. Okay, so the way we do these ones is we simplify each side, and then we do our inverse operations, just like before. Okay, so we have some big numbers here. So we're going to have to bust out our multiplication hats here. So first, we're going to get rid of all these multiplications by distributing that -5 and distributing that 8. Okay, so we have 19 times 5. When I multiply that, I go 9 times 5, or 5 times 9, and I get 45. And I put the 4 up here. Next, I go 5 times 1, and then I add the 4. So 5 times 1 is 9. I'm sorry, 5 times 1 is 5. Then I add 4. I get 95. So I have -95v. Next, I got to do the same thing with the 18. Now, that's 1 less than 19. So what I could do is I could take 1 5 away from this. I get 90. Okay, so I would get positive because it's a negative times a negative. That's positive 90. Okay, then it says minus 11v equals. Okay, now, if I lost you with this 90, let me do it the long way. That would be 18 times 5. 5 times 8, that would be 40. I put a 0 there, and then I add 4 to my next answer. 5 times 1 is 5, and then I add 4, I get 9. So there's 90. Okay, now the other side. We have 8 times 20. Now, I'm going to do this one in my head because there's a 2 right there, and there's a 0 right there. So what is 8 times 2? That would be 16. And because there's a 0 right here, what you do is just put a 0 on this guy. All right. If you don't like that, you can multiply it out long ways like this over here. And you can see why it is 160. Now, this one is positive and this one's negative. So that means our answer is negative right there. Our product is negative, I should say, because product is the answer to multiplication. And then we have 8 times 9, which is 72. And that's going to be a negative. All right, next, let's see. I got to combine some things still. Over here, I can simplify some more. I can add these two together. I would get negative 106v. That's because if I go 95 plus 11, I get 6 and then 10, so 106. Then I have plus 90, and then on the other side, I have a negative 160v minus 72. Next, let's see. I'm going to add and do some inverse operations. Oops, looks like I made a mistake here. Shouldn't be 2 of those. All right, so now I'm going to do an inverse operation. I'm going to add 160v. That cancels that out, and I have to add 160v here. Now, because these are different signs, we have to subtract. So I'm going to subtract those 2 dudes. We get 160, 106, and we're going to subtract. So 0 minus 6 can't do. I'm going to have to borrow from the 10s right here. So that's going to be a 5, and that's going to be a 10. So 10 minus 6 is 4. 5 minus 0 is 5, and we get 54. Now, is that going to be a positive, or is that going to be a negative? The answer is it's going to be a positive. It's going to be positive right here because there's more. 160 is a bigger number than 106, so we have positives. All right, next inverse operation. We're going to subtract 90 from both sides. Now, because I'm subtracting 90 from 72, I'm going to add. So I have 90, 72. I'm adding those up. I get 2 and then 16. So I have 54 V and then 162. All right, the last thing I do, man, this is a spicy problem. I have to divide by 54. So I have to see how many times 54 will go into 62. And then I'll get my answer. So it will be V equals, let's see here. Let's go, what is 54 times 2? That would be 8. And then 2 times 5 would be 10. So I'm going to put 10 right there. That's not 162. So let's do 54 times 3. I get 2, 1. 3 times 5 is 15 plus the 1 is 16. So that's 162. Sweet. It looks like our answer is going to be 3. 162 divided by 54 is going to be 3. And that is our answer.